Okay, the book I read was Looking for Alaska by John Green. And it's about this guy named Miles, and he goes to this boarding school for high school. And he has this roommate named Colonel, and he kind of introduces him to this whole friend group with Takumi and him and this girl named Alaska. And Miles ends up really liking Alaska. And so in the beginning of the book, the Weekend Warriors prank Miles, and their friend group decides to prank them back really well to like get them back. And so it's Thanksgiving break, and they're like at the school, whatever, and they decide to pull this really elaborate prank on them and also the principal, the Eagle. And whatever, it goes well. And when they're heading out, they find out that Alaska actually has her she doesn't have a really good relationship with her father, and her mother is dead. She had an aneurysm. And so yeah, that happens. The prank goes well, and then a few nights later, they're all like kind of drunk, and Alaska's super drunk. And it's super late at night, and Alaska comes in. She tells them, like, hurry, I need to get out. And, like, they think she's in trouble or something. And she's all crying and everything. And so they have to distract the Eagle because she's not supposed to leave. And so they set fireworks off on the Eagle's porch. And, like, that gets him, like, they don't get caught, but it gets him distracted. And so she goes, and then she gets in a car crash. We find that out the next day. No one knows why. Like, they just think she's like, because throughout the book we find out that Alaska's super sad and depressed. And so they were thinking maybe she just decided to end her life. That night she was crying and everything. And they decide that they want to find out what actually happened because they don't know. So they try to figure out what happens. They don't know it. Like, they put it to rest because it's finals week. They don't know what happens. And because she died, they got in, like, Takumi got into a really big fight with Colonel and Pudge, Miles. And they get in this really big fight, and Takumi isn't really friends with Colonel or Miles anymore. And so, yeah, they're not friends anymore. And one night, when it's like finals night or whatever, Takumi writes them a letter, and in the letter it explained, like, he knew the entire time what happened. Well, he has a theory that that was the night that like her mom's anniversary night, because she goes every year to put flowers on her mother's grave. And that night she forgot, and it was super late, so she had to go, and she was super drunk. And yeah, Takumi just let her leave, and he felt really guilty about it. And yeah, so they finally find out what happened to Alaska. So that's the end. Ta-da!